Welcome back to Hope, Faith, and Joy Daily Devotion with me, Pastor Amanda. Today we are starting a new book of the Bible, but we are going to continue with the wisdom literature attributed to King Solomon. So let's begin by hearing the first chapter of Ecclesiastes. The words of the teacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanities of vanities, says the teacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What do people gain from all the toil at which they toil under the sun? A generation goes and a generation comes, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises and the sun goes down, and hurries to the place where it rises. The wind blows to the south and goes around to the north. Round and round goes the wind, and on its circuit the wind returns. All streams run to the sea, but the sea is not full. To the place where the streams flow, there they continue to flow. All things are wearisome, more than one can express. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, or the ear filled with hearing. What has been is what will be, and what has been done is what will be done. There is nothing new under the sun. Is there a thing of which it is said, "See, this is new"? It has already been in the ages before us. The people of long ago are not remembered, nor will there be any remembrance of people yet to come by those who come after them. I, the teacher, when king over Israel in Jerusalem, applied my mind to seek and to search out by wisdom all that is done under heaven. It is an unhappy business that God has given to human beings to be busy with. I saw all the deeds that are done under the sun, and see, all is vanity, and a chasing after wind. What is crooked cannot be made straight, and what is lacking cannot be counted. I said to myself, I have acquired great wisdom, surpassing all who were over Jerusalem before me, and my mind has had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. And I applied my mind to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is but a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much vexation, and those who increase knowledge increase sorrow. This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. In today's devotion, I am not going to go verse by verse, but the first couple of verses do deserve some close attention. Verse 1 sets us up to read this as the wisdom of King Solomon, even though we know that it was written far after his reign. And so we have Colette, who impersonates the wise and pleasure-loving King Solomon, also known as the teacher. You'll hear both of these words throughout, teacher and Colette. Then we come to verse 2, which sets up the overarching theme of Ecclesiastes, vanity. All is vanity. The Hebrew word is habel, which means vapor or breath. In the proper form, this is the name of Abel. Yes, and you guessed it. That's the brother of Cain. And Abel's life was like a breath. Just as fast as he had life, it was taken away. And with that knowledge, we now see that this first line of wisdom tells us that nothing lasts forever. However, some things do last forever. And the next several verses we hear about all the ways creation stays consistent and unchanging in how it revolves and evolves. And then we get to verse 9, one of my favorites. There is nothing new under the sun. What comes will go, and what goes will come again. Verse 12 then has another little introduction to the teacher, explaining why this piece of wisdom is being written down. And it also makes the claim that due to his status as king, he has been able to witness everything in all of the world, so his wisdom is genuine. In his seeking all wisdom, it has left him frustrated and still not all-knowing, and he cannot control anything that God has set in motion. What I love about Ecclesiastes is that after all the wisdom we have received from Proverbs about hard work, Ecclesiastes says it's a waste of our time working so hard. It truly is the antithesis to Proverbs. As some commentators write, we are stuck in a wearisome cycle. And yet, I actually find some comfort in knowing that we are part of something familiar and a lot longer lasting than me or you alone. I can't mess it up. And yes, the last part is a little pessimistic also, in that wisdom causes vexation, but only in that the author is trying to level up to God's wisdom. Today, I invite you to reflect on the rhythms of God's creation that bring you joy. What about the stability of changing seasons brings you peace? Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next Hope, Faith, and Joy Daily Devotion.